Welcome to Great Chefs of the World, a culinary survey featuring premier chefs from around the globe.
The appetizer this time comes from Great Milton, England, near London. Raymond Blanc presents a goat cheese, red pepper, basil ravioli in tomato consommé. Then we travel to Siena, Italy for a main course. Michela Sorrentino offers roasted sea bass filet, topped with a confit of red onion cooked in balsamic vinegar. Finally, an Austrian specialty from Vienna. George Weinwurm offers a centerpiece of cream buns served with an elderberry coulis and cinnamon ice cream. In 1972, a young Frenchman, Raymond Blanc, came to England as a waiter, of all things. When the chef got ill, he took over, and several years and heroic leaps later, owns and operates Le Manoir aux Quatre Saisons. The restaurant and country house hotel has won numerous awards with dishes like ravioli and consommé.
So the dish that I'm going to prepare today is a very simple essence of tomatoes that my grandmother would have prepared herself. She would have approved greatly. And the dish consists of the most sun-ripened tomatoes. Okay, that's very important. That product is very essential because it will determine the quality, the freshness, the sweetness, the taste of the dish itself. Okay, so very ripened, very, very rich and delicious. Then a bit of thyme, a little bit of tarragon here that I've chopped fairly. Garlic, because the French cannot help it, they like to put garlic everywhere. Okay, a little bit of sugar if in case there's a ripeness of tomatoes is not good enough. A bit of salt, very little. Basilic, a few leaves of basilic. Cayenne pepper. I'm going to marinate them, okay, with all these ingredients, plus fennel, shallots, and celery. So the idea is very simple. Chop everything together, marinate with the balsamic vinegar, the Worcester sauce, the Tabasco, and all these ingredients here, and herbs, and let it marinate it for about 3 to 4 hours. No more, because the acid will be too strong, and no less, because the exchange of flavors won't take place. So now, let's prepare the dish. So all I need is about 2 stalks of celery, that's all. So you cut them in small pieces. So the smaller they are, the quicker they impart their flavors.
Fresh fennel.
Just use a stalk, it's perfectly fine.
Enormous shallots.
So very roughly, you don't need much skill here so far. Actually, you don't need much skill at all. It's a very easy dish. Fantastic for summer. You add your cayenne pepper. You chop roughly the basilic as well. You chop the garlic.
The vegetables are seasoned with sugar, salt, cayenne pepper, balsamic vinegar, Worcestershire, and Tabasco sauce. The mixture should marinate for 3 to 4 hours.
Oh my God, there are plenty, eh?
The cherry tomatoes are processed, then joined with the marinated vegetables.
Thank you. I'm going to run after my tomatoes. So now we have robocoupe, okay, the tomatoes. You can see there's lots of frost because when you robocoupe it, robocoupe, interesting, okay, fine, okay. you introduce air into it, you break it. That's why it's all frothy, okay, and a little bit cloudy as well. But then you marinate the vegetables here and the spices and the herbs, okay, with the vinegar and the tomatoes. Then it will settle down. And you need to marinate them about 3 hours. So no shorter than 3 hours, no longer than 4. So here we are.
This mixture is then marinated in the refrigerator for another 3 to 4 hours. The mixture is poured into a large piece of cheesecloth. The cloth is then tightly secured at the top with double lengths of kitchen string, then hung up to slowly drip the clear consommé. To the uninitiated, the intense tomato flavor from this clear liquid is surprising. The process takes 24 hours. Now the ravioli, stuffed with goat cheese, confit of red bell pepper, and blanched basil leaves.
Yeah. So cut. Again. Thank you. So cut a tiny little piece of goat cheese, which is very, very strong. Be very careful. Then you have your pepper. Then you wrap it up into a leaf of basilic. Make sure the basil leaves is dry enough so it doesn't wetten the ravioli. Okay. So voila, like that. Your goat cheese like that. Your pepper. Voila. That is actually a small parcel, but very potent, I can assure you. Tiny bit of raw egg yolk just around your ravioli. And press very hard on it. So there's a single layer of pasta. Otherwise, there you would have one layer and there 2 layers. So press well on it to compress the second layer. I think you need to cut it. You need to finish it off. Okay, cut it like that, and then in the water. Okay. So just simple boiling salted water, full boil for about 1 minute. You just want to warm the goat cheese and cook the pasta around it.
Garnish includes stacks of marinated tomato rounds and confit of eggplant.
Take your pressed tomato, the confit aubergine, little ravioli, voilà. And this wonderful, fresh, clean tasting essence of tomato. One little leaf of basilic just for the color. Bon appétit.